How many times have you heard the term trade with the trend? I'm sure that most of you, especially if you're a beginner, you'll be wondering, how do I know where the trend is? Because sometimes the lower time frame may have its own trend and the higher time frame may have its own. But I'm going to be telling you today what I do, what I prefer to do as for me, or how I work things out myself. Because most of the times, you're gonna have what higher time frame showing you another trend and the lower time frame showing you its own trend, right? So which trend do you follow? As for me personally, I go for the lower time frame, right? So mainly because I think it depends on which type of trader you are, right? I think that's the bottom line. If you're going to be holding that trade for maybe a day, 2 days, or 3 days, then stick with the higher time frame. With the 1 hour, with the 4 hour, then you can stick with that time frame, right? But if you're going to be, if you're an intraday trader like me, if you're a day trader, then stick with the lower time frame, with the 15-minute. To what the 15-minute is telling you, what the 5-minute is telling you, and you never go wrong. All right, that's just how simply I can put this, right? So let's take this for example over here, right? So as we can see over here, breaking market structure, the downside over here, breaking market structure, right? So we're in a downtrend, right? And then over here, right, we've got this high over here, right? It didn't take out this high, so this is what still a downtrend on the on the higher time frame. But if you drop down to the lower time frame over here, right, of course we've got a breakout of some more resistances over here. So which trend would you continue with, right? So as for me personally, I personally like to drop down to the 15-minute to 5-minute and check where the trend is, right? So how do I check the trend? Check the trend is very simple. You just have to look for a candlestick, so like a market structure, a breaking market structure, and trade alongside with what the last breaking market structure, right? So I personally go to the 15-minute first, right? And then I usually use the 5-minute for my entries, and I also use the 5-minute to be precise, right? So over here you've got what you see where the market broke structure, it broke structure over here, right? So this means that we're in a downtrend, right? So over here I will be looking for my selling opportunities, right? Over here, everywhere, right? So let's go back to this area. So this is what we were seeing on the 1 hour time frame, right? So over here, as you can see, we're going down, breaking market structure, right? So when we break market structure to the upside over here, I'm looking for this, right? So when we break market structure over here and over here, right, I'll start looking for my buying opportunities when the market pulls back to this zone flip over here. And if you haven't seen if you don't know what zone flips are, then check out my previous video where I talk about support and resistance. You'll be able to understand this much more better, and you'll be able to get entries using this, right? So over here, what we're going to be looking for is a breaking market structure, right? And when I see that breaking market structure on the lower time frame, I'm going to be looking for my buys over here, right? So when the market pulls back, creates this W, I'm going to be entering for my buys, right? And I will just change back to the sell when there's breaking market structure over there to the downside, and this pullback over here, I'll be entering for my sales again. So I think the lower time frame, especially if you're a beginner, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't want to lose a lot of money, it's just better to stick to the 5-minute time frame or the 15-minute time frame, so you can just go alongside with the current trend. But what do you have to be careful of, right? So there are continuation patterns, right? And there is a video that I'm going to be posting on continuation patterns. So if you want to see that video, then subscribe and you'll be able to see what continuation patterns are, right? So over here, let's take this for example over here. So like breaking market structure over here, right? But this is inside the flag. So you have to be careful in order to see where if this is a flag, right? Or is the market truly broken out and it's going to reverse for a while? So you have to be careful on that, right? So if you want to learn more about support and resistance and these continuation patterns, then subscribe, because I'm going to be posting on those next, right? So so that's just how simply I check I trade alongside with the trend. Just go to the lower time frame and trade alongside with that trend, right? And even if you are a higher time frame trader, if you are a day trade, if you're a swing trader, right, I think it's always best to get your entries on the lower time frame, right? If there's a breaking market structure at the opposite side, then don't enter, and only enter when there is a breaking market structure alongside with the overall trend, right? So that's how you trade it best. And even if you're a smaller time frame trader, if you're an intraday trader, it's just better to wait for the market to go back to the overall trend so that you can trade alongside with that trend, right? So that's it for this video, guys. If you appreciate what I've shared with you, subscribe and like this video, right? So remember what we always say, you are the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Peace.